What's up guys, my name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be doing a buyers beware and warn you guys about a few items and vehicles in the latest gun running update in GTA Online which you should avoid and not buy. I do just want to say though, I actually like all the new vehicles in the latest update, which is very rare. There's usually one or two I'm not really too fussed on, but I love all the vehicles in the gun running update. They're all cool their own way, they all have their own unique features and whatnot, but there are one or two things you guys need to know about in case you didn't know already, which lets these things down and not really worth buying unless you have endless amounts of money. Okay then, so to start things off, the first of two items isn't so much a vehicle despite it being listed on the Warstock Cash and Carry website. Instead it's just an item or an outfit that you can wear, this of course being the ballistic equipment, which you can purchase from the Warstock Cash and Carry website for $500,000, making it the most expensive outfit in game. And you can't just wear it like a regular outfit, you can't just go into your wardrobe or down to the clothing store to get it. Like I said, you have to buy it from the Warstock Cash and Carry website, and once you've bought it, if you want to use it, you have to go onto the interactive menu, go to inventory, scroll down to ballistic equipment services, and call it in. And this will cost you $5,000 every time you want to use it, which I think is extortionate, since you have to buy this thing as well in the first place for $500,000. Use the thing just 100 times and you've spent $500,000, the price of the outfit in the first place. Now sure, once you have this thing, you can have some fun, you can cause absolute havoc and chaos whilst using it. For starters, this thing comes with a minigun which has unlimited ammo, so you can just stand there and just keep on shooting over and over and over again, and you'll never run out of ammo. And of course this thing also gives you a lot more armor than usual. Of course your character wearing no armor can take maybe around about 5 or 6 bullets to the chest before dying, but with this, your character will be able to take around about 60 to 70 or so, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what weapon the person's using when shooting you. So it's definitely a big increase, but it doesn't make you overpowered. And to be honest, that's about it when it comes to the positives. Now unfortunately, once you're wearing this suit, you cannot get into any vehicles whatsoever. You can't be a passenger, you can't be the driver of any vehicles, so once you have this suit, you're pretty limited to what you can do. You can't really move around all that much without it being a real struggle because this thing weighs you down so much. Now one thing you might think of doing as you're getting shot and losing health is eating some snacks to put your health back up. Well, unfortunately, Rockstar have thought about this, and because it would make it overpowered, being able to regenerate your health, they have completely made the snacks option unavailable in the interactive menu. Which I guess in a way is a good thing. It means that when players are using this, it doesn't make them too overpowered, and they just keep on regenerating the health in which they're losing until you die. And when you die, you'll lose the suit. And you might think, well, I can just go back onto the interactive menu, go to inventory, scroll down to ballistic equipment services, and just spawn another crate in, but unfortunately you can't. You have to wait 15 minutes before you can request another one. So not only is this suit overpriced at a cost of $500,000, and expensive to call in every time you want to use it with a cost of $5,000, then limited to the amount of movement and travel you can do because you can't get into vehicles and drive around, you're also limited to the amount of time you can even use this thing, because once you remove the suit or die, you have to wait 15 minutes before you can use it again. So it's one of those things you can have some fun with every now and again, but personally it's not very useful, and after a few weeks, you'll most likely never use it again. So save your money and do not buy the ballistic equipment. Okay then, so moving on to item number 2, and up next is the weaponized temper. Now again, I want to make it very clear, I do like this vehicle, it's very cool, but out of all the ones we received in the new update, it is the least useful. For starters, it will cost you just over $2 million if you haven't done the research or the work associated to it, and at $2,108,000, it's a lot of money to spend on something which you won't use all that much, I can assure you guys. Again, it's one of those things which you might buy now, but give it a week or two, like many DLC vehicles, you'll probably never use it again. There are plenty of other vehicles in this update which are much better, are a lot more fun, and certainly have a lot more uses, and what's even more annoying as well is the fact that when you buy this vehicle at $2,108,000, you don't really get all that much for your money. For starters, it has the same performance as the standard temper, the same speed, the same acceleration, the same braking, even the same armor. There's no armor upgrade on this thing from standard, and although it has a turret on the roof, it is a fixed minigun, which means it only shoots in the direction in which the front of the car is pointing. Now, of course, you can change this. There are loads of upgrades and additional customizations for this thing, but to fully upgrade this thing, you're going to be spending upwards of almost $1 million on this vehicle. And what makes things worse is that most of these customizations and modifications aren't even available from standard. And it's not like you can just buy these, you have to do the research first, and this could take quite some time, as I'm sure you guys know already. And honestly, without these upgrades, this vehicle is definitely not worth buying. It's pretty useless even with the standard customizations you can get this thing once you buy this vehicle, so unless you have these things, this vehicle is pretty useless anyway. So there we go then guys, those are two things in GTA Online from the gun running update I would recommend avoiding and saving your money on: the ballistic equipment and the tamper. Like I said, they're two very cool things, but unfortunately they're overpriced for what they are, and they aren't really all that useful. They're things which you might buy today, use a few times, and most likely never use again. There are far better things in this update worth spending your money on, which you'll find much more useful and most likely have more fun with. So there we go then guys, with that being said, that's pretty much it then for this video. I of course want to get your thoughts and feelings on these two items in the game, so go ahead and leave a comment. If you guys could also drop a like as well, it would be greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.